Guys, the summer season is starting in just 30 minutes. The spring season is concluding, and we have a winner. But who was it? Well, we're going to take a look at all the world records in the spring campaign. See who did well, see who ended up with the top spots. Spoiler, it was not me. I did not play this campaign a lot, guys, but I can take you through and show you what people achieved. What if I told you that in this first top 5, there are 2 players that are non-Trackmania players? TS50 and Camiro Shan 1 don't play the game really. Camiro Shan messaged me, said he has 60 hours in the game, and 48 of them has been spent on this level. But he has background in sim racing. We're gonna watch the top 5 together, take a look at all the records, but this world record in the hands of Calvin, who, quick backstory about him, he's a bit of a prodigy. Prodigy or prodigy? I think it's prodigy. You can see here in the start, they do wiggles on the dirt for speed. With the stadium car, as then you can speed slide. With the rally car, you cannot speed slide. You just have to prevent sliding altogether and try to drive the sharpest turns you can while holding full grip. And then here in the ending, you're right back to a little bit of a speed slide up the last hill. And it might be a bit chaotic with the top 5, so let's just do one more with the top 2. But Calvin here, I think he's only 15, 16 years old, from the beautiful country of Malta. Tropical Norway beating Sweden. It's a beautiful day in Trackmania. Looks like he's behind, but he has more speed with that outside approach, and that's 8 thousandths of a second difference on the first map. Guys, I got all 25 champion medals. It was so miserable. I believe you. My times this campaign are not that impressive. I sat on the sidelines, but the person you're seeing here, Maniac from Portugal, did not. Here against, well, Ice is Slippery and this individual called X92Bob, who's interesting username. We'll do the top 3 for this one. Different lines, but you have to keep 5th gear on this turn here, down the hill, 5th gear all the way, and this builds up enough speed that you can land sideways and do a bug slide, canceling out, straightening to the booster, one more speed slide, and the finish line. 33-35 is a really good time. I remember trying to get under 34 here was tough, so they pushed this one really far. Look at the differences here on this map. Bepisa from Brazil, muito bom, versus Samifying, the previous campaign winner. This map, it looks like they could steer more. They're only steering 76%, but they have wet tires. They have wet tires here, and that's why they're not exceeding that threshold, still trying to speed slide. And then here, just gently through the turn, still slight advantage for Baptiste, and he makes it in. Samifying even doing a trick there in the end to reduce airtime. Guys, this map is crazy, by the way, the differences. And it's because these guys are masters at quantum sliding and no sliding. Anytime I show a map like this, I always feel like I'm repeating myself, but look here at the management. They snap into one, stay on the outside here in the 4th gear while quantum sliding. What is a quantum slide? Well, look at the skid marks. They are overlapping enough that the car has full grip, but also far enough apart that you get into a speed slide, and this lets you steer sharply while accelerating very fast. We are like reaching very high level Trackmania, yeah, Trackmania skill. Here in the ending, also an interesting strategy. I'll show you after we see Solivagant claim the win on this map. Here in this last turn, they actually release acceleration, because they don't want to hit more than 235 speed. They don't want to gear up. Gearing up in that last uphill would be slower than just taking 3rd gear. A lot of technicalities going on for 25 seconds, but very impressive execution. Map 05. Funny story about this one, guys. I have played this one more than the first 4 maps. It was at DreamHack. They set up a competition where they put a laptop at the bar on one of the tables, so that everyone gets 3 attempts each. People with the top 3 times win a total of $600. In 3 attempts, Janik beat me on this map. I got 2nd place. I won $200 playing this map 3 times. And that's the extent of my knowledge on the map, so. Unlucky, guys. Unlucky. Lost to Janik on this map in DreamHack. So I can only blame myself for not playing it enough, but these other guys. And you see a lot of the same names. With slidey maps in a campaign, you'll find Solivagans, you'll find Zodiark, you'll find Samifying, and you'll find Shadowcrancer, these kinds of names a lot, but Red Bolt here from the land down under. The best of them all. The best of them all on this very map. Very nice time. Map 06, guys. I mean, look at the difference. This is an extreme map. The other map, I was top 400 and I was 0.8 of a second. Almost a full second behind. Here I'm top 700 and I am 1500ths of a second behind. Like, sometimes the gap to the world record depends on the map, and here it's just like, bro, they're shaving off like just pixels at a time here. Scrappy Louis and Darkest Sentinel with the top 3 different lines, but it all kind of evens out. If you have more speed, it catches up to the inside line, and vice versa. Inside line ahead, but the outside line will catch up. Last turn, you go onto the grass here. Sentinel setting up very wide, getting the most speed he can over this platform. And once again, you see the same concept, but his line is slightly better. That's what there's to it. Map 07. There has been an absolute onslaught from this player, Rinty, or Rint, on this map. There's a Trackmania YouTube channel that uploads just comparisons of every single world record. I clicked on one of these the other day to see Rint's new world record on this map. What is going on here? How many cars is that? How many times did he improve this world record? So, Rinty really wanted this world record, but we're not going to watch them all at once. We're gonna watch his one pristine run. But I thought this was funny to mention. So, Rinty versus Chisholms. The thing about this map, you go very wide on the first corner to get a gear up, listen. Right there. And now you have the upper gear after landing for the entire next part here. 4th gear instead of 3rd. Wiggle to keep a little bit more grip on the grass, a little bit better speed. Same here. Flick, flick. Small speed slide even, and if you get just a tiny bit more speed, once the car hits 400 speed on wood, it starts hyper accelerating. It's quadratic, so you just go faster and faster and faster, and that finally pays off in that last corner. Take my run, it's top 100 world. This is not a bad time for me, but I get a little bit less speed than him here, so he has more speed across the grass. He does a better wiggle than your average top 100 run. And then now he is just faster. They always say this about the Olympics, right? That, like, we need, like, an average guy running next to Usain Bolt to get a feel for how fast he really is. That's what I'm trying to do with these comparisons. I'm trying to show you... Okay, well, my time is more average on this map, but no, it's still top 5%. Okay, map 08. Did the records get reset here, or is it still the... Come on, Adeo. They reset the records? Lame. A bit lame. Bit lame. Okay, well, it's still a very nice run. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say there was a brief period of time where there was a very fun bug in this game a couple of weeks ago where when you switched cars, they found out that you could gain a bunch of time. A time that is 1 second faster by rattlery. So, this bug has not been patched, but if you drifted through the first car gate, and then through this one, you boom! You fly with 400 speed, and now you're way faster with the rally car here for the entire last part. If you guys haven't seen this, it's crazy, look. You can get it in many different ways, but they patched this. This is no longer in the game. But it was an interesting time for sure. An interesting season. This was probably the most interesting map to me with that bug. I wish they kept it. Map 09, bobsleigh, world record by Pug. But you have all the familiar, amazing bobsleigh players. They still found a way to do ice wiggles and make them faster. And what's interesting is you can still play keyboard and controller. Pug here is on keyboard, a trick on controller. But so far in this run, I believe he's used 10 action keys and counting. You need a lot of different steering ranges to play bobsleigh efficiently now. He does 20, 60, 80, 100 into the turns. And if you don't know what action keys are, they just limit your steering. Map 10, car switch map. It started out just as a bit of a puzzle map, finding out which route was quickest, but they did that very early on, and then I think there was ideas of shortcutting this map. And maybe not just ideas, I think they actually ended up finding something here, because their times are very fast. They get the reactor with the rally car. Oh, maybe this is pretty standard, actually. Yeah, they had ideas of flying, but I don't think it ever panned out. And then they do these small wiggles with the rally car. Actually quite instructive if you're trying to improve your times on rally. Great snipe by Juliano. Look at the start here. If you wiggle across a penalty surface with the rally car, then only 2 of the wheels touch the surface at the same time, so it's faster. This is perhaps my proudest record this season, but I still lost by over 1 second, although this was at some point a top 3 time in the world. You got Blood and Maniac and Darkest Sentinel. My chat kept bugging me about playing with the Pingu car skin, and I did 1 attempt at this ridiculous shortcut with it. Yes, you fly with the reactor booster down into this wall right between the checkpoint and the wall, and then you're able to land with the reactor. And I did this with the Pingu car skin. But let's look at the proper records, because there's even 1 step further you can improve this, which is to get a hover boost as you land. So they land, they crash in a way that they instantly get like 700 speed. It's so jank, this game, at the top level. Crashing here makes the game think he's trying to land here, and he gets a huge boost. All right, map 12. Another one that I basically didn't touch. If you're looking for something that like really isn't my map, it's stuff like this. But there's a specialist in everything in Trackmania. Insanity, dirt, and grass maps, he's one of them. That does really well on this stuff, and he crushed the world record here. Do you like my shirt today? I put on something summery. You can't really see it, but it has bananas on it. But yeah, look at these quantum slides. Very, very nice. Going just around the palms and the lightsabers. Keeping 4th, and then so wide, but still keeping 4th. And then the speed carries to the finish. Map 13, another world record from the piece, which I think it needs to be set. I don't think I've seen him have world records in previous campaigns. So going from that to 2 in this campaign so far in the first half of the maps, very impressive stuff. Parabéns. Also Map Lightning, a player I haven't seen. This one has a trick where again you try to reduce the rally car wheels being spent on penalty surfaces. So by twisting the car sideways there, they actually ooh, that's a nice last turn. They reduce their slowdown. And this gains quite a lot, because you just have more speed for the rest of the map if these wheels stay up in the air. You do realize today is 4 years since the game released. That's true. That's true. That's a full presidency. 1 term. Hopefully many more to go. Hopefully this game gets re-elected. We have Galenium, who always smurfs on ice maps. Galenium picks like 1 ice map to hunt every season, it feels like, and does it really well. And here, the thing that... I mean, you've seen it be a thing in ice for a while, but I think never quite at the level that you see now. Oh, what a nice S4D. Wait, I didn't even know they did this. Beautiful brake tap to start a speed slide at the end. But look at this first ice slide, or second rather, coming up over here. They do an ice speed slide here. Like, this to me, it's never the angle I would ice slide at. I want my car more sideways. But this is just the fastest acceleration angle for a while. So you see stuff like that, that's where they squeeze more and more time now. Map 15, Solivagan, Stifts, Insanity, Epos, and Zodiac. Huge gaps again, because it's a no-slide quantum slide fest. You do a sharp turn, you snap into a no-slide, you do a sharp turn, you slap into another no-slide. I think it's good to repeat these ideas if you play a dirt map. You might see these, oh, solely. Whew. You might think of these concepts just intuitively to improve your times. This is what the top players do. If you have a tight space like this, it's often better in after a sharp turn to do a no slide. Really, really beautiful run. We gotta look at that last, or that quantum slide in the middle one more time. Keeping just enough grip, and oh my, canceling the steering for a split second to let the car shift gears, and then going back into a quantum slide right after. Ooh, the car control for that is just insane, just so you know. It's like top level stuff, top level stuff. This map I actually hunted, guys. I hunted this map, and my record is still nowhere near the top times, and I haven't seen the improvements of this. I don't actually know where they've gained. But we got the USA. Oh my god, 4 USA players, top 4. What's going on? Does this map have oil? This is crazy. What's going on here? It does have a shortcut. Where they hit the wall, do a reactor spin, and then land back down with a zoop. Turtle slightly behind a flak ducko. But able to catch up here, low line next to the fence, still after laying that shortcut, willing to risk. And he gets the bisque. Okay. We're going next map. Of course, the goofiest map is the one the US does well at. This is the EU Cope. Wow, America can only beat us at goofy maps. All the non-goofy official campaign maps we have in EU. Because this is not goofy. Rally car, tight turns with Sander and Grenadi. Here they also do that wiggle trick that I talked about. That was found quite early here. Bop, 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 bop. Like the star music in Mario Kart. You wiggle a bit, you gain a bit of speed. Also at the ending, 1,000th of a difference, yeah. And this battle, you love to see it. Sander versus Grenadi. Joystick versus steering wheel. And then at the ending here, Grenadi landed a bit better. More speed up the hill now. Oh, airtime before the red booster though. And one last bounce. But dude, the photo finish on this one. Like, unless you have the brand new Canon 600D camera, you could not take such a big picture, such a good picture in 4K resolution with optimal... I'm not sponsored, I'm just kidding. But imagine. Top 50 for me here. My best score this campaign. But still nowhere near the pace of Maniac. Once again, who's... If you've kept up, if you've kept count, has a lot of world records in this campaign. And he has never won the campaign before. It might be his first. This map's really nice. Started out with a speed slide before the loop. Now just a tight drift. Here, sharp turn where you try to... well, I used to try to keep 4th gear, but you actually just go down 3rd. Clean inside line. Small speed slide again, and now at the ending, you want to build up a lot of speed into this right-hander because it carries on the wood. And then there is a trick in the ending. Last turn, full hairpin with 600 speed. You can hit the wall and then get realigned with 4th gear towards the finish. This is something we theorized at the very beginning, but it's so hard. Because the car on wood, if you do this, tends to just get flung out of the map. But a very nice turn from Maniac, and balancing on the 2 tires over the edge as well. It's just like the nice last detail. It's also with Fragile, yeah. Nadeo put up so many barriers and they still just got right past it. Guys, we got 5 minutes, we gotta hurry for the new campaign. World record by Dara against Henkisme and Maniac. Huge skip on this map. Found by Dara and Henkisme. I think together they theorized it. It's supposed to be a rally ice map where you do a sharp turn, straighten out again, back to another sharp turn. But here they found out that they can get this reactor, crash against the stands, flying at a zoop here, go high up so that they go low down here, and then straight for the finish. 5 minutes till the new campaign. What are you guys hoping to see? And also this record has to be set. So impressive by Alcon. There was a time he was over 1 second ahead of everyone else on this map. Small trick here where he jumps and lands with a wheel on the fence, preserving 4th gear. Lion LOS, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, I appreciate that a lot. Then he snaps back to straighten out after the turn, gets 5th gear. And that's really how this map functions. You do a tight turn, you snap back out, it's wet wood. Oh, this air brake there in the downhill is so nasty good. Sharp here, left side to get low air time into this turn, then back to tight turns. And then, yeah, just incredible, honestly incredible run. I wish we had more time to look at that in higher detail, but we gotta keep going. Susui reclaiming the record here for Sweden. Susui is like one of the only underwater players in Trackmania. And so I am very happy for him that he got this one back, because it ain't often that the developers actually make underwater maps in this game, but they did this season, and what better way for the campaign to end than with an underwater champion having the record. Wonder if he actually hoarded a trick here. No, it doesn't look like it, just clean lines. Clean lines. Wide setup, drift tap, snapping. Yeah. They have a lot of tricksters here. They snap into like a speed slide on the water with the reactor boosters, which you can do. Then left side here for less airtime. 48.9, very nice time. Maniac again scoring well though. And in the overall standings, that does put him as one of the top contenders. We gotta check this out. Look at this, 96, 97, 98, 99. And it would have been very fitting if the last time was a 1 minute flat, but 500ths between the top 5 players, or 400s rather. And 2 Australians, top 2. Silent Rain and Red Bull, 2 Aussies. There's a lot of grass speed slides going on here and reducing airtime. And then it has a really wild turn near the ending, where you do these wall hugs. There's one here and then there's one in the downhill. Zodiac getting the best of that one. And here they go very high up to dive down to the left, hit the wall just at where the curve starts. And Red Bull, the world record currently in last, had an insane ending. Very clean hug on the uphill. Oh, good hug there too. And then just a speed slide to the finish. I can't really comment on this map. I'm trying, but I haven't played it that much. I'll be very honest. This one I have played though, and I'm going to give you an expert breakdown. Look at this. Maniac versus Giuliano. They start off with a ramp cut to reduce airtime, landing on the inside line, then jumping towards the inside and dropping onto the road with a small tilt. Now you have the virtual trick. You tilt your car a bit sideways to get a nosedive over the edge. I'm still keeping up with the top 2 here on this map, but then they have some new stuff near the ending. First of all, landing a little wider for better speed up this hill. Jumping onto the wood, you're going to switch to rally car, and then that speed snowballs. But there's a part coming up where they hit brake. In this next wall hug, they tap brake to slow down just enough to land with a nosedive into that downhill build-up speed. Jump across this quarter pipe and then wiggle on the grass onto the pipe and going on the side of it to get a clean finish jump. Maniac might have this one, and with all the world records you've seen from Maniac now, you might have figured, but with one map left, I can reveal to you that he is indeed the campaign winner. And here, another Swedish world record. Limpon has been hunting this one a lot. When the campaign started, I thought under 1 minute would be a nice time, but 58.49 is crazy. This is possibly the map in the campaign that resembles like a competitive World Cup map the most. In the style, you have like everything represented. Drifting, dirt, you have platform jumps, airtime stuff, and even bobsleigh. There's a nice bobsleigh part here. Jumping on the very left side, and then just a clean turn. Smooth, going out wide. Starting to drift early with the icy tires. Getting onto the wood, keeping good speed. Inside line. And inside line on the plastic. And here in the ending, there's a small cut. And guys, I know the new campaign is starting now. We'll do one more map and then we'll get there. Low line here. Map 25, and then we'll play the campaign. Alright? Sander versus Grenadi on map 25. This one is what I hope the new 25 map won't be, as it was just primarily rally car. And I like, well, what if they just represent every car, you know? Maybe that's what they should do for this 25. Grenadi with a huge lead here. He did lose the battle for map 15. No, map 16. Was it maps? It was the rally car one. But I'm talking like Biden, man. But this one he won against Sander. And you wouldn't believe it because Sander's in the lead. I think it's about time we wrap this one up before I cancel myself. Guys, great stuff. Cool campaign. Sander here claims another one for Estonia. You would... Did I say Grenadi wins this one? I'm so distracted. I'm so distracted. You have a slalom. And Sander wins. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Maniac won the campaign with 316,000 points solely in second. Red Bull third. Have fun. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. And let's hope the summer campaign is any good. I'm going in right now.